So I'm here with Jeff Hoffman, co-founder of Priceline, Ubid, and Color Jar. But not only that, he also surprises us as being a film producer. And I hear that you won a Grammy with a jazz blues album.
You'll like it even better. It was Latin jazz themed.
Oh, Latin!
So,
oh, awesome. And I heard that you've gotten to work with the likes of Elton John.
Yes, a lot of some of my musical heroes. While we were working in the music business, we got a chance to work with. In fact, the follow-up to the jazz album is being recorded in Cuba. So we're going to have a Latin influence. It'll be, we think, the first time ever there'll be a jointly produced jazz album with Cuban and American artists, because you couldn't do it before.
That sounds fantabulous. And when is that coming out?
Probably this spring.
Oh, perfect. So spring 2017, we got a real treat for you. So I'm really interested in the film industry as well. So I'd love to ask you some questions about that aspect. What kind of films do you lean towards investing in?
So we started, not investing, but actually producing ourselves. I have a production company. We started making horror films.
Okay.
We made horror films, though, not because I love bloody horror films, but because under it all, I'm a businessman, and it didn't make sense to just waste money making films that no one would ever see. Horror films are very commercially viable. Mm-hmm. They don't cost a lot comparatively because they don't have Tom Cruise in them for $20 million.
That makes sense.
Because you can't have a big star because everyone knows they won't die. Mm-hmm. So horror films are usually much lower budget, and it's what people watch, it's what people rent and watch on Netflix. So at the beginning we did scary movies. In fact, my business partner was, in the movies is a guy named Eli Roth, and Eli worked with a South American director, Nicholas Lopez, who's down in Chile. Okay. And shot a series of films. I didn't do these, but I just didn't have time. But they wanted to help the film industry continue to grow in South America, so they went down there and they shot Aftershock was one of them, Green Inferno, a series of movies in South America. The other reason I didn't go is because they shot in the Amazon, where there were spiders like the size of your head.
That is very true.
I'm not sure I need to go stand in the Amazon for 3 months.
Well, the Amazon is beautiful, but yeah, lots of bug spray. But if you could pick a genre what if it didn't make so much money? What is your favorite genre?
So now, my favorite genre is actually comedy. But I'll tell you, we just made a commitment. We, I've been on like a 4-year world tour of mentoring and trying to teach people how to help themselves and grow entrepreneurship. Mm-hmm. Entrepreneurship meaning just teach people instead of that don't have a job to make a job, basically. So as a matter of fact, we held our Global Entrepreneurship Congress intentionally in Medellin. We held it in Colombia this year so we could be down in South America as well.
You got to go to Ecuador next.
I've been, but not for business, a little eco-hiking. We're doing a big event, actually, that I'm doing with Richard Branson in Mexico that's coming up. So we're sort of supporting any place that people are trying to help themselves. So that being said, we're focused now on movies. The next set of movies we want to do will be positive message stories, uplifting, where you read about people that made the world better around them. Mm-hmm. A young girl in Peru that I met like in the slums of Peru, who wound up being a couple months ago on stage with President Obama and Mark Zuckerberg at the Global Entrepreneurship Summit, because what she did for young girls living in Peru. So we want to make movies based on people that are changing the world around them.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And I think people love a good feel movie. Something to uplift them and bring them up. A good scary movie is entertaining, but an uplifting movie really changes you when you walk out of the theater. So that's awesome.
That's our hope. We there'll be this next generation of filmmaking that's called impact filmmaking, and we want to be part of. Secretly, I wouldn't say this out loud, but we want to lead that charge. And impact filmmaking is a movie that when it's done, you get up and say, we need to do something. Mm-hmm. We need to go help that girl in Peru, or we need to start something here. Let's get some people together. We want a film to drive you to actually do something better in the world because you were excited and inspired.
I think we're going to be friends, Jeff. I'm in the film industry as well, and so is our camera guy, Hector. And yeah, that's what I lean towards, films that make you want to make a difference in the world. So that's beautiful.
I look forward to hearing what you guys are doing.
Thank you so much.
Maybe there'll be a chance to work together.
I know. I'm so enlightened. Sometimes you think of, somebody, like you were saying in your speech earlier, they do one thing, but you have to broaden your horizons. You do film, you do music, you're co-founding such great companies, innovative companies, such as Priceline, which, by the way, is one of my favorite sites. It's just genius. And how did this idea actually come about, Priceline?
So the idea, the original intellectual property, the original concept of a reverse auction, which is make an offer for something no one else bought. Mm-hmm. was created by a guy named Jay Walker in Connecticut. Jay had a think tank company called Walker Digital. So originally we were all there at Jay's company, looking at industries, looking at ideas, and saying, how do we disrupt? How do we take ideas that were never in an industry before? So for example, until Priceline, a hotel set a price, it's $139 for the night. If you want to pay it, pay it. If you don't get a room. Exactly. So Priceline was the first company to say, hey, we know there's 10 empty rooms and you're getting 0 for them, so I'll give you $50, right? We were the first ones to do reverse auction for unsold inventory in the business. Well, that's how it came about. It was a group of people at a think tank saying, what are ideas we can apply in ways they've never been applied before, and that's Priceline came out of that organization.
And what an amazing, innovative idea, because I use it, I know all my friends use it, as long as UBIT too, they use a lot.
Yeah, thank you. That was a similar concept when we did UBID, which was to say that, here's the concept. When when is the best time to buy a car? When the new models come out. So right now the 2016 models are on the car lot, but in October the 2017s come out. When the 2017s arrive, they only have limited parking spaces at a car dealer. So they need to get rid of the 2016s. But here's the thing, it's a brand new car, no one's ever driven it. Exactly. It's just now they need the space. So the week that the 2017s come is when you should buy a brand new car, but you should buy a 2016. Exactly. That's what the UBID concept was.
That's a little hint for you guys out there. Now you know when you go car shopping.
Go in October, right.
Thank you, Jeff Hoffman.
Literally, wait outside when you see the big truck come, get in front of it, and say, yeah, where are you going to park these?
I'll take it. It's no problem.
So that was the concept we saw. And again, same thing, right? If you see an idea in a different industry, and we said, well, that probably works in a lot of places where people have something on the shelf, and the new ones come and they need to clear the shelf. So UBID was a shelf clearing idea that we had from seeing a truck load of cars come to a car dealer.
Exactly, perfect. And I'm really going to put into practice what you said in your speech today of taking 10 minutes out of your day to learn something new. Nothing that's in your industry, just learn something completely new. And I think that helps your brain just think differently and outside the box, because most ideas have to be outside the box to be successful ideas.
And
so that's genius. That's
it's not even think outside the box. It's saying, wait a minute, why is there even a box there? Who put that there, right? Way before you get inside
Crush
the box.
The box.
Right, you should be saying there shouldn't even be a box there.
Yes.
The
box doesn't exist. No, I love it, Jeff. Thank you so much. Your speech is amazing, and I have some live broadcasts. Hopefully, y'all catched it. And thank you so much,
Jeff.
Thank
you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks. I'll see you again somewhere on the big screen.
Yes, please hire me.
All right.